Hey, what's up everybody? One of the most common questions I get is, what are the biggest money mistakes I need to avoid in my 20s to set myself up for success? And that's exactly what we're diving into today. From overspending to neglecting investments, we'll uncover the top 5 pitfalls that can really hold you back and show you how to come out on top. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into it. Alright, let's be real guys. We've all been there. That feeling when you see the latest tech gadget, that designer jacket, or those must-have shoes. You get that instant gratification, that dopamine rush, and before you know it, boom! Another purchase you didn't really need, and your bank account takes a hit. Alex knows this all too well. He used to think that looking the part and having all the newest gadgets was the key to happiness. But let me tell you, it's a slippery slope. You see, overspending isn't just about buying things you don't need. It's about constantly living above your means, spending more than you earn, and racking up credit card debt faster than you can say interest rates. Trust me, I've seen it happen time and time again, and it's not pretty. Remember those trendy clothes and gadgets Alex was so caught up with? Well, they lost their shine pretty quickly when he started getting hit with overdraft fees, and his credit card bills piled up. The worst part? That overspending habit? It's like a sneaky thief, silently chipping away at your future financial freedom. Instead of building wealth, you're stuck in a cycle of debt and financial stress. So, what's the solution? It's simple, but not always easy. Live within your means. That means understanding your income, tracking your expenses, and making conscious spending choices. It's about prioritizing needs over wants and finding joy in experiences and meaningful connections rather than material possessions. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Look, I get it. Budgeting. It's not exactly the most exciting word in the dictionary. It sounds restrictive, boring, maybe even a little scary. But let me tell you, budgeting is not about limiting your freedom. It's about empowering yourself to achieve your financial goals. Think of it as your personal roadmap to financial success. Now, Alex used to think he could wing it, that budgeting was too much work, and he had better things to do. But guess what? Not having a budget is like driving with your eyes closed. You might be able to get away with it for a little while, but eventually you're going to crash and burn. And trust me, those financial crashes can be painful. Without a budget, you're essentially flying blind. You don't know where your money is going, how much you're spending on what, or how much you can actually afford to save or invest. It's like trying to build a house without a blueprint. It's just not going to end well. But here's the good news. Budgeting doesn't have to be complicated. There are tons of apps and tools out there that can help you track your spending, create a budget that works for you, and even automate your savings. You can start simple with a basic spreadsheet, or use one of the many budgeting apps available. The key is to find a system that works for you and stick to it. Start by tracking your income and expenses for a month or two to get a clear picture of where your money is going. Then, set realistic spending limits for each category, and find ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses. Trust me, once you start budgeting and see where your money is actually going, you'll be amazed at how much more control you have over your finances. Let's talk about investing, because let's be honest, this is where the real magic happens. See, in the world of personal finance, there's this little thing called compound interest, and it's basically the closest thing we have to a superpower. It's like a snowball effect for your money, where your money earns money, and then that money earns even more money. It's the key to building long-term wealth, and the earlier you start, the better. Now, Alex, he used to think that investing was only for rich people, that he didn't have enough money to start, or that he could just wait until later. But let me tell you, that's one of the biggest misconceptions out there. You don't need to be a millionaire to start investing. Even small amounts, invested consistently over time, can grow exponentially thanks to the power of compound interest. Here's the thing. Time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing. The longer you let your money compound, the more it grows. It's like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Even if you can only invest a small amount each month, it's important to start now and let that money compound over time. There are so many resources available to help you get started with investing. from robo-advisors to educational websites and even financial advisors. All right, let's talk about debt. Not all debt is bad debt, but when it comes to high-interest debt like credit card debt, it's like a financial anchor dragging you down, preventing you from reaching your full potential. It's easy to fall into the trap of relying on credit cards for everyday expenses, especially in today's world, where instant gratification is just a swipe away. But here's the thing, those small purchases can quickly add up, and before you know it, you're drowning in a sea of debt. Remember those trendy clothes and gadgets Alex was buying? Well, they ended up costing him way more than their original price tag, thanks to high credit card interest rates. High-interest debt is like a financial treadmill. You keep running and running, but you're not getting anywhere. The best way to tackle high-interest debt is to create a plan and be aggressive about paying it down. One popular strategy is the debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off your smallest debt first while making minimum payments on your other debts. Once the smallest debt is paid off, you take that payment amount and apply it to the next smallest debt, creating a snowball effect. Another option is the debt avalanche method, where you focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first. Remember, managing debt effectively is crucial for achieving financial stability and building a bright financial future. Life is unpredictable. It's full of surprises, and not all of them are good. That's why having an emergency fund is absolutely crucial. It's your financial safety net, your peace of mind, your protection against life's unexpected curveballs. An emergency fund is money set aside specifically for unexpected expenses, such as medical bills, car repairs, job loss, or anything else life throws your way. It's your financial buffer, your first line of defense against going into debt when unexpected expenses arise. Now, Alex learned this lesson the hard way. When his car broke down unexpectedly, he was caught off guard, without the funds to cover the repairs. He had to dip into his savings, which set him back on his financial goals. Ideally, your emergency fund should cover 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. Start by setting a small, achievable savings goal each month and gradually increase it over time. You can also find creative ways to boost your emergency fund, such as selling unwanted items, picking up a side hustle, or putting any windfalls like tax refunds or bonuses directly into your savings. Remember, building an emergency fund is not about depriving yourself. It's about prioritizing your financial security and peace of mind. So there you have it, the top 5 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. I know it can seem overwhelming at times, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. Small changes can make a huge difference over time. By avoiding these common money mistakes and implementing the strategies we discussed, you'll be well on your way to building a solid financial foundation for a brighter future. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on mastering your money and achieving financial freedom. Until next time.